Hi Cancerians, welcome to your weekly reading. So within this weekly reading for you, I'm going to be including the theme of Venus going direct in Leo. I was originally going to do just one collective reading for Venus going direct, but I thought it would make more sense and help me to narrow down, refine and make the messages more specific if I did it with the weekly individual sign readings. So Venus went direct on the 4th of September in the UK. We may be looking at themes here following on from the retrograde of course correction, where we've been holding back from our emotional fulfillment. Venus is a planet that's associated with pleasure and abundance, and Leo does have similar themes as well. Leo can be connected to creativity, romance, fun, being in the spotlight and having the courage to take risks as well. So I forgot, you're the only sign I've forgotten this for, to show you the oracle decks I'm going to be using for today's reading. But we're going to start off with the tarot cards. So let's first of all get your main focal point for the week. And the week is going to be the next 7 days. I haven't got availability to start them from Monday. So they're just 7 days from the time that the video is published, posted, made available to view. So what is your main focus or overall energy for the week? Cancer, let's see. You had one that wanted to jump, it was strength. You may need strength. Let's see what else comes out. Okay, this guy again, the Hierophant. I have to say, right, so in the monthlies, your monthly video is available as well, Cancer, for September. The Hierophant, I believe it was in every single monthly sign. I could be wrong, but I feel like it was in every monthly sign, and it's come up in a lot of the weeklies. I'm going to clarify things before I start making assumptions about it actually this time. So let's get your energy within this for the week. So you have Knight of Wands and Temperance. So that's your energy. Let's move it down a bit as well. Any external energies? The Moon, that's your card, Cancerian card, and any guidance. That was the Empress that tried to come out there, not quite, but let's see what else comes out. They don't want to come out. The advice doesn't want to come out. Okay, we've got one. We have the Three of Wands. You've got two energies connected to manifestation with, well, for me, the Three of Wands can be about manifestation, and the Magician it can be about communication as well. There's quite a spiritual element to this, Cancer. I know I said I wasn't going to jump into defining things yet, but you've got the Hierophant, which can be a spiritual teacher. The Magician can be like the connection to the spiritual, and Temperance is a very spiritual card as well. I mean, it's an angel there, and even the Moon is very spiritual. It's related to, like, there could be something here about psychic messages or intuitive messages with all of these cards of connection. As I said, that can be about communication, spiritual type communication, and I believe the Three of Wands can be connected to communication as well, or messages too. Let's get some oracle cards for you first of all. So what else does Cancer need to know for the week, please? You have Fighting Spirit, and that does not surprise me that that has come up, because when I saw that Knight of Wands, because the Strength card tried to come out, and when I saw that Knight of Wands, I thought you may not know what to do, but you might need strength to do it. That is an absolutely beautiful card. That just literally looks like the Knight of Wands, and it gives me strong Sagittarius energy. Not a Centaur, Fighting Spirit. That is beautiful. Really stunning card. So we will also get you a Whispers of Love card as well. I'm like mesmerized by this. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? Okay, let's put it down and start messing with it. So let's get, and I might call your reading, I mean, depending on how things go, but I might call your reading Fighting Spirit. I mean, that is really interesting, because the Knight of Wands, you imagine him to have Fighting Spirit, and Temperance is connected to Spirit. So Let's see what else comes out for you, Cancer, for the week. With great difficulty. Right. Okay, I was going to say I'm not going to take the ones on the floor, but they have fallen upright, so I may take them. So I'll only be reading this one from the book, so don't worry about that. We have, you are limitless, you can do anything you choose. And that, you know what, I've never I've never looked up the meaning of unicorn horns. I mean, this is from the unicorn deck. I think quite a few of the cards in the Whispers of Love, or some of them do have unicorn horns, but I'm wondering if that's to do, if anybody wants to share the meaning, feel free. I'll probably look it up after I've done the reading, but I'm wondering if that is to do with spiritual communication or has some ties to spirituality as well. I think I will take all of these, even though they're quite a lot. I mean, as I said, I'm not going to be reading all of them, just the Centaur card, not a Centaur fighting spirit card, so it won't take me long to read that. I don't know if they'll all fit on, actually. Let's put you guys like that. And then maybe put that like that. Okay, I think that's a bit better. I'm actually colour coordinating. That's why I've moved that there, because it looks beautiful together. Yeah, that'll do. I think that's okay. That's fine. It's just me being picky now. So you had demonstrate love, find out what is important to those you love and act on it. You are limitless. You can do anything you choose. Spend quality time together. Listen and talk to each other. Turn on your heart light. Reflect on a time when you experience love. Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. So we'll read that Centaur card, fighting spirit card as well. Just flicking through the book, the word vulnerability stood out to me as I was looking for this message, so I don't know if that's relevant to anyone. Right, so the transformation message for the fighting spirit card says, your path becomes rocky and intense, and you need to prepare for an arduous battle ahead. You call upon everything that is inside of you, all the strength you can muster, all your allies, your spirit guides, but what's this? And that, to me, often feels like a spirit guide, and I suppose the Hierophant, in a way, it's a spiritual teacher in the physical world. But what's this? A beautiful centaur appears to assist you in your fight, clad in armor with spear and shield, and who knows what protection this powerful ally could yield. But there's more, because in addition to his mighty force, this centaur is equipped with a sharp and powerful horn. When you are preparing to fight your good fight, it is true, the centaur unicorn will appear to you. The meditation says, meditate on a mighty task before you. See yourself in victory. Visualize the centaur unicorn by your side as you ride into battle and conquer. You are a warrior. The affirmation says, I am a warrior soul. I will charge forth and conquer in beauty and strength. The action says, take a kickboxing class, go on an axe throwing center. Go to an axe throwing center, visit an archery range, join up for Taekwondo. It's time to get physical to nourish your warrior soul. There's strong Sagittarius energy in here, with a mention of the archery range as well. So I don't know if there's something Temperance is Sagittarius. I think Knight of Wands is as well, isn't it? Yeah, Temperance and the Knight of Wands. So you may be taking on Sagittarius type energy at present, which Sagittarius is quite, from my knowledge, from reading the signs and people that I know, strong-minded energy, always willing to fight, down to, I don't mean that in a negative way, just down to fight for what's right, what they believe in, etc. So maybe something's pushed you to have strength, and this is the energy that you're taking on. But let's get into your clarifiers and I will stop rambling. So first of all, let's look at that Hierophant and the Magician. And I would say together, the two of those together, it's like, yes, the Hierophant is a teacher. The Magician is someone that uses the tools that they have available. Maybe it's something, it may not be literal, it may be metaphorical, but it's like you're being taught to use all of the tools that you have. And the tools can be anything. It can be your emotions, it could be practical skills, it could be your thought processes, how to use your thought processes more effectively. It could be something to do with your spirituality or spiritual abilities. Maybe you're joining a spiritual circle or something to that effect and being taught how to use those gifts. And whatever it is, it looks like you may be taking those things out into the world to help you fight some kind of battle, whether it's a personal battle for yourself or just overall, like if you became an activist of some sort. But there's definitely, I feel like the magician is a student in a weird kind of way. But let's see what's going to come out for the Hierophant and the Magician. And the Page of Wands is a student energy as well, because Swords, it can be about learning its thoughts, and the Page of Swords can often be about new truths or discovering new truths. Anything else? Three of Cups to me is support. King of Swords is known to be an advisor and a teacher, and it is often, I mean, you've got two swords energies here. It might be something to do with your thought patterns that you're learning to adapt or use more effectively. But it looks like you have support to do it. Let's get a bit more on that. So I believe that one came out first. I don't feel like I want them in reverse. I don't think they need to be in reverse. I think the message can be clear without them being in reverse. So Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles next to each other. Knight of Wands again. That makes sense to me with that fighting spirit card. It feels like whatever disappointments or excuse me, and I haven't got a drink with me. Whatever disappointments or hurts you've experienced, you may in some way be changing your thought patterns to help you deal with those things more effectively and cope with them better, so that you can go back into the world or society or whatever with more of a fighting spirit. I think that will be the title for this. Something like learning to use your fighting spirit or something like that. But yeah, the support, I feel it could be spiritual. It could be a literal person or a person who is very spiritual, but there's definitely a spiritual aspect to this of the learning. And these things could all potentially be lessons in these other oracle cards. The Whispers of Love, demonstrate love, find out what is important to those you love and act on it. That could be a lesson. Again, you are limitless. I mean, the Knight of Wands to me is quite limitless. That could be another lesson. Listen and talk to each other. Spend quality time together, listen and talk to each other. Communication. You've got Swords here. That can be a lesson that you're learning. Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. I mean, people often say that disappointments, I know it doesn't feel like it at the time. And yes, there are some things that are just plain horrific and, you know, but they do say that there's a gift in everything or something to be learned in everything. So that's a lesson too. Turn on your heart light again. Reflect on a time when you experience love. That could be a lesson too. It could just be that you're going through a phase of just learning a shitload of lessons all in one go, basically. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up here. But as I say, I feel like there is some sort of spiritual support by your side. Maybe if you believe in ancestors, spirits, etc., you feel like you have them around you supporting you, and that's helping you to regain or just to have this fighting spirit in general. So let's look at the Knight of Wands and Temperance as your energy. I mean, Temperance is about harmony as well and moderation. We've got the Star, spiritual. It feels spiritual again, connecting to the connection between heaven and earth. Is she an angel? Is the Star usually an angel? You know what? I should know the answer to that. I need to do more research. But yeah, again, it feels very spiritual. Like maybe spiritual support. It could be hope as well. Hierophant's back out, teaching again. Spiritual teaching, potentially. And the spiritual teaching, it can just be like life's lessons, like karmic lessons, etc. Anything else? Your reading is very fiery, Cancer, which is that's quite unusual, isn't it? I mean, you're a water sign, obviously, but it's unusual. You've got the Three of Wands again, so manifestation. I think you may be learning lessons so that you can manifest the things you want or the life you want. And it doesn't necessarily mean physical things, But maybe if you are someone who's been a bit of a wallflower, that's just one example I'm giving. You sort of, these lessons are helping you to gain confidence and to become more assertive and to fight for the things, for the life you want, basically. I don't know if this is the correct order. Let's see. This may be where, just in general, the disappointments where things have ended, where you felt stabbed in the back in life, and maybe the lessons are teaching you to always have hope. Again, you are limitless. It's to, like, not let go of your dreams, or even discover new dreams just because things haven't gone exactly the way you wanted to. I was going to say planned, and I was looking at the King of Wands as well, because that's someone that goes for what they want, and they'll strategize and just have the confidence. Like, again, lots of fire. It feels very fiery. So you, as I say, I really feel like you are learning lessons to help you to be in that sort of fighting spirit type energy. This is actually a really beautiful reading. I know there's you had the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Cups and 5 of Pentacles, but the gift in those horrible experiences is to come out with this fighting spirit and to still have hope and to still have an open heart and be willing to experience life and be limitless. So let's do the moon. This is a surrounding or external energy. I mean, I would say this is probably not so much a person, but maybe, again, I'm going to keep saying fighting spirit a lot, so sorry if you get sick of it. But in facing the unknown, you do kind of have to have a bit of a fighting spirit or be prepared to face anything, because you just don't know what's going to happen to you. So let's look at the moon. It can also be hidden emotions as well. Yes. I was going to say, do I need to take that? Yes. Queen of Swords, that's where you become, well, I would say it's about being more assertive, but the moon is clarifying the moon, isn't it? So I would say it's being, you could be discovering your hidden truths, but the Queen of Swords, she doesn't just give her truth, she not commands, I guess commands would be one word, summons, not summons, it can be that, but it doesn't feel like that. Welcomes other truths in as well. Maybe you're becoming more open-minded. You might have been more rigid in the past with certain views. And funnily enough, the Hierophant, in most of the other readings I've done for this month, because I said it kept on coming up, it felt like restrictions, but here it feels more like teaching. I suppose maybe it's because it's with the Magician, I don't know, but in this reading it feels a lot more like teaching, learning type energy. So as I said, Queen of Swords, it's probably that you're discovering your hidden truths and you're open to external hidden truths as well. Anything else? I actually love this reading, I really do. Justice, I mean, that's the 2 Libra cards, isn't it? Justice and the Queen of Swords. You've got the 4 of Wands. That will, to me, that's about building foundations. Ace of Swords, clarity. And again, that for me is welcoming in new truths. The Ace of Swords and Queen of Swords. It could be about emotions. There could be, I mean, hidden emotions. The moon is about hidden emotions. The King of Cups can be about hidden emotions. Maybe there's something where you're discovering something about your hidden emotions as well. There could be something you're discovering about what feels fair to you and what feels fair to others, and the balance, because you've got 2 cats here and that is quite, it's balanced, isn't it? Maybe it could be about your shadow side. I don't know how to put this. It's not really light and dark, is it? Just I guess the only way I can put it is the lighter side and the shadow side. Maybe there's something you're coming to learn about the balance between those as well. But I'm getting strong learning vibes in this. Learning and gifts. The gift of learning is coming up. But as I say, the moon is the unknown. So it just looks like you're learning something about new truths, fairness, hidden emotions here. And all of that will, to me, will help you create a more stable foundation, potentially. Maybe you're learning something hidden about your foundation. What are your foundations based on, in terms of moral foundations, emotional foundations, your thought processes, your stability in life in general, your spiritual beliefs. What is the foundation of your spiritual beliefs? So 3 of Wands is your advice, and I would say, number 1, just be open and ready for anything with that fighting spirit. That's the first message I get from that. I mean, as I said, it could be about communication. So be open to messages, and it can be spiritual messages with the 3 of Wands there. What else was I going to say? I'm getting a lot coming through with this reading. So Be open to all opportunities as well. If you were someone that's been quite rigid and thinking, oh, well, this could never work, that could never work, it can only be done this way, this can only happen, that can only happen. Just be open to everything. Be open to any possibility, and you know that you have the fighting spirit to do whatever you need to do. But let's get some clarifiers. Empress, nurturing energy, and I would say that speaks of make sure you're nurturing yourself through this, and still be open to nurturing others as well. Even if you've been disappointed, it doesn't mean you go and nurture the same people, but don't shut yourself down. Don't sort of feel that if other people, you've been left disappointed by relationships with people, don't feel that, oh, well, everybody's shit, so I won't give to anyone ever again. I don't care about anyone. I'm just going to focus on myself. Yes, it's important to focus on yourself and to protect yourself from people that are malicious and take advantage. But if you shut yourself down completely, you're cutting yourself off from some amazing bonds and connections that you could have with people. You could make some wonderful friends, or not even friends. Sometimes you just meet people once, and that's a beautiful experience in itself. But if you shut yourself down and feel negatively about people because of certain past experiences, you're doing yourself a disservice. So yes, I'll take them. Even though they're all on the floor at this point. Oh, and we have the Two of Cups. After I just said be open to, keep yourself open, because you could form all sorts of connections. You don't want to shut yourself off to all sorts of connections. And then we have the Nine of Swords. That's a bit of anxiety, which is normal. Especially if you've been through a lot, you're going to have a little bit of anxiety. I mean, try your best to manage it, but it is normal. And I think one way to manage it for a start, and I'm someone who has suffered from severe anxiety at times in my life. I didn't even know it was anxiety. But that's a story I've told in many other videos. I'm not going to get into it again. Accept and recognize your anxiety, and that can help you to cope with it. I mean, I'm not an expert in anxiety, but that did help me. You may need to do more research or get support, like counseling or whatever, to manage that. And then you have Ten of Cups as well. So again, it's just being open. Be open to, firstly, nurture yourself. This is the advice. Be open to giving to other people again. Don't sort of shut yourself away thinking that because you've been disappointed and hurt that you have to just cut everybody off now. Some amazing connections could still come in if you're willing to give them a chance. Try your best to manage your anxiety. Be aware of it, acknowledge it. And Ten of Cups, be open to any and all opportunities, because you don't know how much happiness they could lead to. You never know. So Cancer, that to me, again, I stand by what I said, that felt like a really, really beautiful reading. It may not feel like it right now. Maybe you're not quite here yet, but it feels great to me. So again, your monthly, I don't know if I said it at the beginning, your monthly reading is up for September. If you want to check that out, feel free to leave any comments, as I usually say. What else is there? Just thank you for watching the video, and take care.